Welcome to another Seesaw scenario with Eric and Mark, Playground Rules Show. Once again, our guest, honored and esteemed friend, Sean, joins us. In the previous scenario, Sean, you were spot on with the kingdom principles you mentioned, and yes, one can seek to be on another playground if the playground you're on is not acting according to those kingdom principles. Mark, in the previous scenario, as part of your response, you mentioned something that is worthy of another 6 to 7 minute conversation. I'd like to delve into that for this Seesaw scenario. You said that it's very hard to believe that one day humanity will become a meritocracy. I agree. We're always going to err on the side of our family, friends, and connections. And that's not always a bad thing. There should absolutely be a hierarchy in which we construct a system of priorities to take care of our family, friends, and community. But on a professional playground, it is an act of gross neglect for top leadership to promote on the wrong hierarchy of standards. Yes, education, experience, work ethic, and performance should absolutely matter and count. But beyond that, what the candidate is going to do with that promotion for those he or she leads is what is of utmost importance. Many don't have those noble intentions. It is my hypothesis that in a professional system whereby only those known and liked by the executive are promoted, not only those unfairly not selected suffer, but so does the organization, so do their families, and so does the community at large. As we further hone in on what is seriously concerning about this scenario, it's not that people favor who they know and like. And again, I'm okay with that in the baseline context of prioritizing a hierarchy when it comes to looking out for your family and your community. But what should bother all of us is how the recipient of this favor acts like they hold something over you, like they do a better job than you, that they're more punctual than you, that they were recognized because they are better prepared than you. And to add to that frustration, the owner or boss issuing out the favor pretends like the person they gave the favor to deserved it, implying that you didn't, leading those unfairly not selected to start to question their own value. And that's kind of the heart of the issue and the question for today's Seesaw scenario. What good can come for anybody involved by the current promotional standard held by too many professional organizations of today's society? Because basically what you have is the following sequence of future altering events. The boss lies about the promotion they gave out. The recipients believe that lie, all while the person being ripped off from their promotion or raise that should have been theirs, being left to wonder what about themselves is insufficient. Said a different way, what bothers me and should bother all of us, Mark and Sean, is not that favoritism exists. And I'm not under the delusion that it will never go away. The issue is people lying about it and acting like they have something over you when everybody knows except for the promoter and the promoted why they got that promotion.
Hey Eric, once again a lovely Seesaw scenario. So let me address the two things that you brought about, right? Very thoughtful things. So first is the meritocracy, right? Like you see a lot of people attribute their success either to themselves or to the people who picked them for the role or the promotion. They think the promotion was fully themselves, and that's not true, right? We all know that our success is a combination of several factors, right? It's not our own, it's the families, it's the community, it's so many other people, the teams, the team members, everybody has contributed to your success. So it's unfair to say that you're promoted or you're successful, it's only because of you. That to me is an arrogant approach, right? It's a lot more than that. On meritocracy, I think there was one more thing I wanted to bring about was, I don't know if you've heard of this school in Switzerland, Institute La Rossi. This is the school where all the royals, the billionaires, and the who's who in the large corporations or who's who in the world go to this school. Every year they screen through 6,000 families, and it's not about how good the kids are, it's who these kids are from, how much money they have. It's all about the influence, it's all about the money, right? And these are the power brokers of the world. So you can see clearly the world is setting up a power structure that's against the common man, right? You have these people in privileged positions who are using their power, and they have the saying, right? Power takes care of power. And this is a school where the royals, whether you're the prince of a Saudi family, or whether you're from a Russian oligarch, or whether you're a billionaire's kid, like all of them sit at the same table, right? So It's a different equation, a different dynamic. And these are the people who run the future corporations, who run the governments, who have positions of influence. So you can clearly see that in these places where there's centralized power, meritocracy doesn't exist, right? It's a fad there. That being said, I think the world is moving more towards a decentralized system because everybody is seeing this, everybody is not happy with this. It's not the world, the ideal world we are created to be, right? You don't want all power, all money centralized in one place. Yes, it's good to have money, but you don't need everything for yourself and then allow your brother and sister to suffer, right? You want some kind of equality, you want some kind of fairness around there in the world, right? You cannot have so much wealth and then you have like 90% of the people starving or not having a home or not having the basics of living, right? And that's the world we are seeing today, and that's not the world how it's designed to be. We have enough resources in this world to support everyone, and that's how we want it. So I know I went in a different direction, but hopefully this answers, like it's a combination, right? And this requires a lot of thought, a lot of discussion. Hopefully we'll have one more scenario to go deeper into it.
Eric and Sean, you both make some really good points. Eric, start with yours about, yes, in a lot of cases, because of favoritism and nepotism, concepts like that puts people in roles who are unqualified, and it serves to make them more, I think, forthright or more aggressive, maybe to some degree, with their personalities, because of the fact that they don't have the qualifications. Their personality, or the illusion of what their personality is, has to make a very powerful impact, so people know not to mess with them. It's like, oh, wait a minute, this is the boss's son, so hey, you don't want to mess with him. He's not going to be a pushover just because he got an inheritance or whatever. He was not promoted as he should have been. Sean, you're speaking more to in many ways the unfairness that exists in society, or the way that those families with oligarchs and different royal families throughout history have had many benefits and have caused a disadvantage and a gap between the rich and the poor, which is a subject I can go on and on about for hours, truthfully. But at the same time, yes, they've been utilizing those advantages, and that creates further divisions and further animosity. And that's something that I think that we have to continue to work for. The only answer to all of this really is meritocracy. That really is all what roads lead back to. And that's what our generation and future generations have to continue to work towards. It's never going to happen completely. It's never going to happen overnight, but we have to continue working.